Excellent, excellent article exposing Monsanto. Again, this is like healthcare, Obamacare for me specifically. Any chance I get to burn that sucker and roast it on one of my videos, I'm going to do it. Monsanto, if I had a choice between Obamacare right now and Monsanto, Monsanto would get it for sure. Now, first of all, the webbot said recently, prior to this happening for sure, Monsanto, things are not going to be looking good for Monsanto in the near future. Not going to be going well for Monsanto. And I can say I hope that this story in the data I'm about to present is the start of that, because the mainstream media isn't even mentioning this story, and it should be all over all news outlets on the face of the earth, and we can't even find it on one of them in America. Okay, well, here it is. Monsanto, this is again silverdoctors.com. Monsanto is scrambling to bury this breaking story. I am frankly shocked this information is not making front page news right now. Monsanto will do anything to bury this story, and as of right now, it's working. Not a single mainstream media outlet has covered this appalling new report that shows millions of people being poisoned by a chemical that does not belong in our food. This chemical is ending up in processed foods like Cheerios, Ritz crackers, and Oreos, and actually a whole lot more, and I'm going to get to the list in a second, and being consumed by humans across the world. The health of millions of people is on the line, and this news must go mainstream. That's why I'm calling on every single one of you who reads this post to share this breaking story now. The only way this injustice will be corrected is if enough of us stand up and demand that something be done to stop the poisoning of our food supply. Share this shocking new report with everyone you know. An FDA-registered food safety laboratory tested iconic American food for residues of the weed killer glyphosate, aka Monsanto's Roundup, and found alarming amounts in the food. Now keep in mind, they don't make the food with the genetically modified wheat and corn and things and then add that in as some kind of thing. Glyphosate is a product of when they spray the weeds to kill off the weeds and the grass and stuff so that the crops can grow, these genetically modified crops, which are resistant to the pesticide or the weed killer that's made by Monsanto, which contains glyphosate, which apparently is getting sucked up into the roots of these plants, and it's getting in there anyways, and now you and I are eating it. Wait till you hear the levels of what I'm about to read you that's in there versus what is supposedly anything above this is, dangerous or toxic or whatever. Scroll down. Just to give you an idea of how outrageous these amounts are, independent research shows that the probable harm to humans' health begins at really low levels of exposure at only 0.1 parts per billion of glyphosate. Many foods were found to have over 1,000 times this amount. 0.1, so a tenth of one parts per billion. And there's some things that have 1,000 times more than that. Well above what regulators throughout the world consider safe. Now, let's take a screenshot of this, and I'll read it to you at the same time. Cheerios, original brand. Honey Nut Cheerios. Look at Cheerios. 1,125.3 parts per billion. Now think about that. 1,125 parts per billion. The lowest level of exposure where it can harm human health is not 1 parts per billion. It's 0.1, so 10 times less than 1, right? And I just read you 1,125 parts per billion. Honey Nut Cheerios, yeah, but the little bee, he's so cute. Oh, and deadly. Honey Nut Cheerios has 670 parts per billion. Wheaties, 31 parts per billion. Trix, 9.9. Annie's. Annie's? Gluten-free bunny cookies, cocoa, and vanilla, 55 parts per billion. Oh, Annie's. Oh. Kellogg's Corn Flakes, 78.9. Raisin Bran, 82.9. Kashi, which is Organic Promise. Kashi, Kashi, Organic Promise. So it's grown organically, but sprayed with weed killer, apparently. 24.9 parts per billion. Kellogg's Special K, 74.6. Frosted Flakes, 72.8. Cheez-It Original, 24. Cheez-It Whole Grain, 36. Kashi again, soft baked cookies, oatmeal dark chocolate, 275 parts. Oh, Ritz crackers, 270. Triscuit, 89. Oreo, not Oreo. Not the Oreos. Oh, 289 parts per billion. Oh my God. Oreo Double Stuff, 140 parts per billion. Oreo Double Stuff Golden Sandwich Cookies, as opposed to the previous chocolate sandwich cookies, 215 parts per billion. Stacy's Simply Naked Pita Chips, Frito-Lay, 812 parts per billion. Lay's Kettle Cooked Original, 452 billion. Doritos Cool Ranch, 481 parts per billion. Fritos Original, 100% whole grain, 174. Goldfish Crackers, 3 different ones, 18, 8, and 24. Oatmeal Cream Pies, 264. Lucy's Oatmeal, and that was Little Debbie. Little Debbie's Oatmeal Cream Pies, 264. Lucy's Oatmeal Cookies, gluten-free. Oh, gluten-free. I need gluten-free. I'm trying to lose weight, trying to watch my health. Oh, but I'm going to get 452 parts per billion of glyphosate. You can't even eat healthy if you want to. It's in everything. We are being poisoned by Monsanto wherever we freaking look. It's no wonder why so many other countries are dumping Monsanto, burning the fields. It is illegal to grow this stuff here. I did a stupid parody a while back, if you want to go watch this horrible parody. I think it's called Hunger Strike Parody, J-Snip 4, from Temple of the Dog, or Temple of the Dog Parody, whatever. You know the song, I'm Going Hungry? I made one up. I'm moving to hunger. I'm going to Hungary because they banned the genetically modified foods. I did a silly parody on that. 365 organic golden round crackers, 119 parts per billion. Back to Nature crispy cheddar crackers, 327 parts per billion again. 0.1 parts per billion is enough to cause concerns. It's no wonder the whole damn country is filthy sick. Not healthcare, sick care. That's why your premiums are so high. We want to include everybody so everybody's approved to get healthcare. Can't turn anyone down pre-existing. Oh my God. And is this going to get better? Not as long as Monsanto's around. Not as long as genetically modified foods are around. And certainly not as long as they're spraying this horrible weed killer with glyphosate in it. Isn't it glyphosate? There was a documentary. Stand by. I'm going to find this right now. They pulled a fast one on this guy, this Monsanto rep. Oh, it's completely safe. You could drink it. It doesn't hurt anybody. And they said, oh, we have some here. Will you do it? No. And gets up and walks out. I'm going to find this. Stand by. And for purposes of copyright claim, fair use section of copyright law allows for other material for news discussions, parodies, and things like that. This is definitely a news discussion. Here we go. Let's blow that bad boy up for you.
Do not believe that glyphosate in Argentina is causing increases in cancer. You can drink a whole quart of it and it won't hurt you.
You want to drink some? We have some here.
I'd be happy to, actually, but not really, but
not really.
I know it wouldn't hurt me.
If you say so, I have some glyphosate.
No, I'm not stupid.
Ah, okay, so you.
No, but I know
so it's dangerous, right?
No, people try to commit suicide with it and fail fairly regularly.
tell the truth.
It's not dangerous to humans. No, it's not.
So you're ready to drink one glass of
No,
glyphosate?
I'm not an idiot. Interview me about golden rice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, then it's finished. Then the interview is finished.
That's a good way to solve things.
Yeah. You're a complete jerk.
Oh, a complete jerk. You jerk. You jerk. No, you truth teller. The guy couldn't handle it, wouldn't drink it, walks out. And this was an older interview, by the way. We now know glyphosate is definitely a danger to humans. Again, you go to the grocery store, everything I just read you are the main brands you see on every freaking aisle, on every single aisle in every single grocery store. There is at least one, usually many, many, many items from all of these companies I just mentioned. You know, Kellogg's. Oh, come on. Unfreaking believable. It's like if you don't have a garden in your freaking backyard where you're growing and only you are growing what you are eating, or you know the farmer who's growing the stuff. Remember when I was in Tennessee? Well, first let me finish my thought. That's the only time you're going to be safe. That's the only time the stuff going in your body is safe. That's it. Organic this, organic that, organic that. Oh, glyphosate. Well, they grew it organically. Kind of. We don't count killing off weeds as not being organic, so we can say we grew it organically. We used organic seeds. We fed it water and stuff. But you kind of, you know. Never mind. When I was in Tennessee, I thought this is kind of cool. Everybody around me, they've got land, they're farming. And then I found out they're growing Monsanto's GMO corn. I'd watch them plant the corn and then spray the living hell up and down those fields so that they'd kill off all the green and the seed would grow. Because remember, it's glyphosate and whatever proof, Roundup proof corn. So I'm watching this farmer go up and down spraying the hell out of that field with that stuff. And I thought to myself, as soon as it rains over here, or not, I mean, we got well pumps here, that crap is ultimately going back into the water. And imagine if I start, old Jason at 4 in the organic garden in Tennessee, I'm not planting that crap. I'm only planting the good stuff. And I'm going right with the well water. And unbeknownst to me, because the whole damn area, as far as I could see, is using that crap, it's getting in the water. When it rains, it's going to go into my yard on top of that. And then I'm going to have that crap in my own food. How the hell do you get away from it? You don't. And this crap is going to get in the aquifers. It's going to get into the groundwater. It's a done deal. So I always tell you, I used to have these things that you should always do. Have, food supply for several months, freeze-dried, whatever foods. Have protection, weapons, gun, shotgun, whatever. Have your financial protection, gold and silver, etc. And I had to add a new one. And I said, I'm now adding a highly important one, filtration system such as reverse osmosis. I used to have a 3 filter unit. Now I've got a 5 filter unit. It wasn't that expensive. Got on Amazon or eBay or somewhere. And I said, because you can't, who knows what you're drinking these days? People, they're saying they're doing tests and there's pharmaceuticals in the water. They redo the water and it goes back to your house. And even if you filter it with a regular filter, there's still trace amounts of this crap. Oh my God. So it's like, I'll filter it out. But how? I can't filter out glyphosate. Neither can you. You can't filter it out of the food you're eating. So great, my water's great, but my food's horrible. Now what? Back to square one. Oh, sorry. Again, unless I'm growing stuff in my backyard and have a little chicken here. HOA, Jason, you're not allowed to do that. HOA, no chickens. You can't even grow. You can't have a vegetable garden. Sorry, HOA. Matter of fact, you got some cracks in the driveway. You got a little grass growing out there. Got a letter in the mail the other day. Got a couple of piece of grass growing up out of the driveway. The little, where the concrete meets, whatever. You need to clean that up. Take a picture when you're done. Send it back to us. Make sure you're in compliance. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go do that. If Monsanto keeps going, we are doomed as a society. Just from that alone, we are freaking doomed. I hope this takes traction. I hope this video gets out, and I hope the filthy, rotten, stinking Congress does something about this once and for all. Don't have my hopes up, but damn it, I'm going to hope anyways. Take care.